Hi, I'm Ross from Energy Matters. Welcome to our podcast, Road to Zero, where we dive headfirst into all things renewable. Join us as we chat with industry experts, tech specialists, and some of your favorite TV and radio personalities, asking the renewable energy questions that you want answers to. Our goal, a zero carbon future. Today, we're going to be talking all things energy efficiency. You've heard me waffle on many times about production, renewable energy technology that can produce electricity for your home and business. But today, we're going to be looking at how you can actually reduce your carbon footprint by installing energy efficient devices. Before I introduce our next guest, I'm just going to play a very short video which just highlights what they do. So if that didn't give the game away, we're going to be chatting with Ben Delaney from Smart Power Tech. Ben, how are you today?
Very good, Ross. Thanks for having me.
Mate, you are very, very welcome. I like the corporate video, FYI. It's very stylish, very elegant.
Yeah, well, our marketing team, thanks for that. They did a really good job, setting our vision quite a few months ago with that one. And, we're obviously trying to strive to deliver on that now.
Mate, well, you've done some absolutely fantastic. There's a lot of exciting things happening for you guys in the coming days, which we'll be revealing on this podcast. So get prepared, audience. It's going to be a pretty exciting one. But before we get into that, Ben, I just want to find out a bit more about you. Obviously, our audience loves to know the person behind the brand. So first and foremost, can you tell us a little bit more about your career today?
Yeah, of course. So I've been in the energy efficiency sort of space for probably the last 5 years. Joined a company in the industry 5 years ago and just fell in love with it. And before that, I was in household appliances for probably 14 years, delivering, selling, installing. So basically, always advising on that sort of thing. Really enjoy it. But this is a whole new industry for me when I joined 5 years ago. And as I said, fell in love with it. And then here I am at Smart Power Tech, which I've been here for probably the last 7 or 8 months. It's been fantastic.
Fantastic. What had you choose Smart Power Tech? I mean, there's quite a few really, high-end energy efficiency brands. I love your technology, FYI. I mean, you've got some great stuff happening. There's a product launch we'll talk about in a few minutes. But what had you actually joined Smart Power Tech? What was the
I guess I was drawn to their mission. I guess they were really keen and passionate on making energy efficiency not only effective, but stylish as well, as you can tell by our Black Knight or Dark Knight heat pump. Just beautiful product, obviously functional as well. So that's drawn me into it, and obviously just to help Australians save money and be sustainable. That's our mission: get to net zero. Name of the podcast. So that's our mission, and that's why I joined, and it aligned with everything that I wanted to do.
Absolutely fantastic. I mean, as you know, I'm all about aesthetics as a designer myself. I love the way, I love energy efficiency, production of electricity via green energy sources. But then for me, it's how beautiful it looks is what I'm most drawn to. And your technology is actually very, very attractive. Can you tell us a little bit more about Smart Power Tech themselves? So first of all, where are they based? What products do you supply?
Yeah, so Smart Power Tech is headquarters are based in Sydney, out in Preston's, in a beautiful new showroom, which is being revealed next week, which we'll get to. We've also got an office in Melbourne, in the suburbs of Melbourne, and we've just decided we're going to start setting up in the southeast of Queensland as well. So we're really excited about that. And Smart Power Tech has been around, for about 18 months now, and it was just born on the idea that we want a one-stop shop for products for electrification for Australia. And I think, we're well on the way to delivering that. So with our heat pump, our three Valkyrie air conditioners in different sizes, and we've just released, or just about to release, our range of induction cooktops, which we're really excited about.
Absolutely fantastic. So first and foremost, for anyone who doesn't know what a heat pump does, what does a heat pump do?
So a heat pump, basically a heat pump is technology. It extracts energy from the air. Refrigerant is heated. I don't know how, I don't want to go too much of the details, but it's just another heat
Don't
source
go
for
too
a hot.
technical.
No, I won't. But it's an energy efficiency, very energy efficient. It's renewable energy. It's another way to heat your water in the most efficient way possible. And as I said, we've designed a product suited for the Australian market, the Australian climate, which we think that's it's going to watch out world, I suppose, because we're here to take over the heat pump market. That's for sure.
I'm sure your competitors right now are probably quite annoyed that I've got you on our podcast.
No doubt.
Can you tell me, what would you say are the key points of differentiation from your products versus the stuff currently available in the marketplace?
Well, firstly, probably the look. The look's amazing, especially the heat pump. They're beautifully designed, but also the functionality. I mean, I think that stands out as well. It's and we've also got a 7-year warranty, which is standing out in the market. But the ability to monitor the appliances via the app, an optional backup element. The heat pump in eco mode runs on less than 4 amps, so it's really efficient. And all those things I think contribute to a great user experience. And moving on to the aircon, I guess the filtration system that we have ensures you've got clean and fresh air. It's whisper quiet, and it's a 7-star rating, which is really rare in this industry at the moment. So I think we're breaking down the barriers of efficiency for air conditioning as well.
Which is absolutely fantastic. I remember chatting to Luke Menzel sometime last year, regarding this was all about All Energy, which was coming up, as well as another conference, which is absolutely fantastic. And I mean, the conversation really was, we talk heavily about producing electricity to power your home, which is primarily solar power is the most available renewable energy tech for the majority of people, along with battery storage. But I guess, the conversation that I had, which really landed and stuck with me, was, producing your own power is key, but you want to be able to reduce as much energy as you actually need almost before you actually go solar. So if you're currently consuming 24 to, let's say, 30 kilowatt hours of electricity each day, by introducing energy efficient products such as what you guys offer with the heat pump, with the air conditioning, now also with the induction cooktop, I mean, you could see that drop by 20, 30, 40%, which means then you don't need as big a solar power system and have to invest as much as you first thought. So it's absolutely incredible. And I think hit the mark on is that 7-star rating. Because fundamentally, of course, there's a change in code now where everyone has to achieve a minimum rating for the home. But then really to have the technology that actually embraces that and can actually immediately sort of obviously offer a 7-star rating, which means, you've got energy efficient products in the first place, as well as the fact it is reducing your carbon footprint and your energy total energy storage or total energy consumption. So that's absolutely fantastic within itself. The other key thing I love about your product is its aesthetics, because obviously we work heavily on TV shows, as everyone our audience knows. And Open Homes Australia is coming out this Saturday, by the way, at 5 p.m. on 9 Live. So make sure you watch it. But those homes feature beautiful, stunning, amazing properties, which are really available to everybody just from design aesthetics. And I think when you're having air conditioning, having a heat pump, and obviously now looking at cooktops, if it looks beautiful, it adds to the home's aesthetic and doesn't take away from it, which is often the case with the ugly split system on the side of the wall. So I think you've hit the mark with that, mate. I really do. So Ben, tell me, how can the end user get access to your products?
Great question. So we supply to a range of approved solar retailers across the country. We're also supplying to accredited providers and retailers across the country as well. So if you're interested in getting an SPT, Black Knight, Valkyrie, or our new induction cooktops, you can contact one of your local providers. They'll be able to supply you with installation, and they'll be able to also do the rebates for you, which all SPT products currently are eligible for.
Now, I'm glad you said that, because that leads me on to my next question, which are incentives and rebates. There's some great stuff happening, which has been actually happening for the last few years now in Victoria. But can you tell us about the incentives and rebates available on these products and in which states they're located in?
Yep, I'll start with Victoria, which is probably the biggest and best at the moment. There's the Black Knight is eligible for obviously STCs nationwide. It's got Vics available as well for both electric and gas changeovers, and they're also Solar Vic eligible as well. So any Solar Vic retailer can install this product and provide the grant to the customer. In New South Wales, the heat pump is also available for energy saving certificates, or ESCIs, and STCs, of course. And with the air conditioner, they garner Vics in Victoria, ESCIs and perks in New South Wales. So yes, there's a lot of acronyms. A lot of acronyms, but your energy retailer will know what to do.
No, that's awesome. So right now, so if I clearly hear you, essentially the rebates are currently available both in Victoria and New South Wales. What's happening in Queensland? Is Queensland, so I know there's been battery rebates recently in Queensland. I think they may be coming to an end now, or oversubscribed. How are we looking for Queensland for energy efficiency?
So Queensland for energy efficiency, well, heat pumps will get STCs, of course, but they don't currently have a state grant for heat pumps. They did for a little while have that a grant for appliances, energy efficiency appliances, but I think that people snapped that up really quickly, which just goes to show I think Queensland are ready for a state-based energy efficiency program, much like New South Wales and Victoria.
Look, it would absolutely make sense, and if you consider how hot it gets in Queensland, correct. I mean, the requirement for that air conditioning is just ridiculous. So, and there's a number of properties, in southeast Queensland and across the state that don't have air conditioning despite how hot it is. So I certainly think just to reduce the demand on the grid, it would make complete sense to have that.
It will make complete sense, and especially with our 7-star rating, using minimal energy, and with the hot nights up there too. Our Valkyrie does have a eco mode that you can put on overnight. It'll use less than 1 kilowatt overnight. So whether you're using your battery storage or you're just using energy off the grid, you're only going to use less than 1 kilowatt to keep yourself cool on those really hot nights.
You've actually made a really, really important point, because what we generally recommend to anyone who has solar power technology installed is, look, especially if they're in a really hot, it's summer, or if they're in sort of Queensland or Northern Territory, is during the daytime while your solar power system is working, just put on your air conditioning as cold as it will go, and it'll literally freeze your home. So at least that way, when you get home at night, or you get into the evening, your home will stay nice and cool, so you can reduce the requirement of buying electricity or using electricity directly from the grid if you don't have battery. And if you do have battery storage, and you've got an EV as well, and you want to have an EV, that's pretty much when you're going to be charging your car. So you don't really want to be using up all that power either for your air conditioning. So knowing that your air conditioning unit is that efficient, it's only using so little electricity, it essentially means you don't even need to have a massive battery. I mean, you can have a reasonably good, an okay sized battery. That'll be enough to obviously do enough charge for your car. At the same token, it'll also be enough to obviously power the air conditioning, which means you're not going to buy it back from the grid. So that's really, really cool.
100%. And then conversely, during the daytime, the peak of your energy use with a heat pump and an air conditioner is so minimal that it's not even going to make a dent. So you can divert your energy elsewhere, including your battery, or including if your car is there at home during the day, including your car. So yeah, you got that option as well with this technology, heat pump technology, which is both heat pump is both used in air cons and heat pump hot water. It's just an energy source, and using such little energy, it's not going to make a dent in your solar usage. We can use that power elsewhere.
That's absolutely awesome. So we alluded to it earlier, Ben. There is a product launch happening next Tuesday, 5 p.m. in Preston's, which is just past Liverpool in Sydney. Can you tell me a little bit more about the event?
Yeah, so it's a brand and I guess product / showroom opening. We've been really looking forward to this for a long time. We've got some great guests coming, some titans of industry. I guess we got some really good guys coming from the energy efficiency industry. We've got the Mayor of Liverpool coming, which is pretty good. He's really backing us to drive jobs in New South Wales and obviously and elsewhere across Australia. A couple of councillors. We've got a federal minister coming. And we've got on the night comedian David Schmeat, who's going to MC for us as well. So we're really looking forward to him entertaining the crowd. And on top of that, obviously, we'll be revealing some of our new products, our new heat pumps, and on the night, which, we're really looking forward to hosting that event and bringing SBT to the world, I guess, well, especially to Australia. So letting everyone know who we are and enjoy our mission.
Absolutely fantastic. Well, look, if anyone watching this, you can see the link to actually to basically register your interest to attend the event. Is it open to everybody? Can anyone rock up?
We'd prefer it if you obviously filled out the invite. That would be great, just so we know the numbers. But yeah, anyone's welcome to inquire with us, and if they want, they can register their interest in the link that you're going to supply. But yeah, it's coming out quickly. It's on Tuesday night, and we're backing that up with a booth at the Energy Efficiency Council. With, you mentioned Luke Menzel earlier, we're going there, and we're going to have a booth there, so more of the industry can find out more about SPT.
Absolutely fantastic. Well, guys, for anyone who's listening today and not watching, the link to get to is smartpowertech.com.au/event-launch-RSVP. So event launch RSVP with a couple of hyphens in between the words. So make sure you jump on. You'll be able to find that same link as well when you watch on our LinkedIn, our YouTube, as well as our Facebook when we put, with this accompanying this actual podcast. So feel free just to click that link there as well, just to get straight through to the RSVP and attend the event. It sounds absolutely amazing. It sounds like there's going to be some real movers and shakers there as well. And it's just really good also just to get a real feel for the technology up close and personal, and mingle with those involved in the industry as well to find out more about how it can actually help you. Ben, another question that we get a lot from our audience is really everyone's looking for the new and cutting edge technology. I mean, is there anything, what you've just told me about is absolutely fantastic anyway, but is there anything else in the pipeline for Smart Power Tech that you can share, an exclusive for this podcast?
Well, I don't know if it's an exclusive, but we have worked on a range of multi-split air cons. We've got mini VRFs. We've got ducted systems coming in the HVAC space, which we're really excited about. And as you can tell from our first iteration of air cons, the 7-star rating, you'll completely agree that we're going to make another product that's going to be super energy efficient to be able to drive energy savings across Australia. We've got the induction cooktop, which we are going to release on the event. So they'll be on display for all to see. We're really excited about those because they're aesthetically pleasing as well. Great functionality. And I think we're going to expand on that range quite heavily because in Victoria especially, obviously, getting off the gas, a lot of people are going to have to go from gas to electric, and induction cooktop is the best way to go. It's a fabulous way to cook. I think people, are probably hesitant at the moment because they're so used to cooking with gas, and there is the phrase, "Well, here we are cooking with gas." But once you try the technology, you understand how it works, how functional it is. I think people are going to fall in love with it, and so we're really excited about that. But moving forward, we've got a lot of products on the horizon. Nothing I can reveal just yet, but we are looking at potentially solar batteries and things of the like. And an all-in-one app that's going to control all SPT products, which is really exciting that we've got in the pipeline as well. So watch out, as I said.
Absolutely awesome. I think the application itself is probably a game changer because, once again, in a home of tomorrow and even today, you really want to be able the opportunity in the palm of your hands to be able to control when those appliances come on, when they turn off, what they're doing at a particular amount of time, how much energy they're actually consuming. And if you could even integrate that inside of your, with your solar power system and your battery, and understanding how the whole ecosystem is working, you can aim to be as efficient as possible. So the final question, Ben, and to be honest with you, I don't know if I'm going to be able to grant your wish because I think you're probably crushing it anyway with all the development. But if I was the genie of your industry and you wanted one product to be produced that probably isn't in production right now, but would actually be a game changer, what would that be? What would be the one thing you'd love to see? And it doesn't have to be possible right now. It's what would you love to see come into the space?
That is a very, very good question. I wish I had the foresight to know what is coming down the pipe and for you to grant that wish. Well, for SPT myself, what I want for us is, I don't have an answer to that question.
You are lucky you weren't Aladdin, mate. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I was just going to say that I am stumped. What I do wish for is that it's probably not a product, but it's probably the fact that companies like yours, companies like ours, industry bodies that are trying to push and drive electrification. I think what I want is more drive and more education into the market, so people know that the companies like us are trying to achieve what we're trying to achieve. We're not just trying to achieve it for ourselves. We're trying to achieve it because Australia wants to get to net zero, and there's a huge reason for that. Carbon offset. We want to be self-reliant with energy and not have to use carbon anymore. So that's probably not as a product, but as an industry, I think I want us to get better and better at what we're doing, selling this message, because it's a great message. We need to get there. And I think that's probably what I would wish for if I could, if everyone could understand what's available and why we're doing it. Education of the market.
Yeah. That's absolutely beautiful, mate. I love it. Well, look, Ben, thank you so much for your time today. I do appreciate it. For everyone watching or listening, if you are available and you can get to Sydney next week, then at 5 p.m. on Tuesday, get down to Smart Power Tech's product launch. It sounds like it's going to be incredible and very well attended with some amazing people. And certainly within a comedian as an MC, there'll be a few laughs there as well. And if I know these guys, there'll probably be a drink floating around as well.
Yeah, so, we're going to have some food and drinks as well. It's going to be a great event. Really looking forward to it.
No, fantastic. All right, well, Ben, thank you very much for joining me today, mate. I do appreciate it.
Ross, appreciate you having me, mate. Thank you.
No worries at all. So, guys, what an educational session that was. Really, for anyone out there listening or watching, it's really, really important to consider how much energy you're actually consuming in your home. And to be fair, that will actually lessen the requirement for the size solar system you actually end up installing, and also how much battery storage you need. Everyone needs a degree of battery storage, but it doesn't have to be 13, 14, 20 kilowatt hours. It can just be 3 to 6, something small, if you can actually manage your energy consumption in that evening and early morning. So certainly options available to you there. If anyone has yet to go solar, or is looking to go solar, or wants to actually inquire as to how they can get these energy efficiency products for their own home or business, then jump onto our website, energymatters.com.au/free solar quotes. Just click the product of choice that you want to get some quotes on, and we'll make sure we assign you to up to 3 local installers that can service that equipment. If you're interested specifically in the Smart Power Tech products, just make sure in the notes section you write Smart Power Tech energy efficiency products, the heat pump, and or the air conditioning, and or the induction cooktop, and once again we'll be able to make sure we direct that inquiry accordingly. Other than that, if you've enjoyed what you've seen today, please subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can be aware of every single thing we're doing and when we're doing it, and also please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Other than that, this was our 50th podcast. I should have said that at the very beginning. So good on Ben. He actually was part of our anniversary. So 50, we've hit the half century, raised the bat aloft, and we look forward to doing another 50. But for now, thank you very much for your time, and see you next time.